Hey, it's us, your pals. I'm George Boutsalis.
And I'm your other pal, Ricky Liordi.
We're going to make this one quick.
And today's a special day.
Big day. What's today, Rick?
Monday, April 12th. What's that otherwise known as?
The launch day of Cast, baby. Let's go.
Big time hype. So usually at this point we say please like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff with the podcast. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to say head over to www.joincast.co, aka at joincast.co or www.joincast.co. Took that from the radio ads. They say it 3 times. And go and download Cast right now. Before you listen to this episode, go download it right now. Because, George, what are we talking about this episode?
We talk about Cast and how we just taking Cast to the moon. And all our amazing people, our amazing users, what we did to get here, how we got here today, what we did today, and where we're going.
Boom. We'd like to thank our sponsors. We only got one on this episode because they're just great, and we were crushing a couple brews during this episode. Special thanks to Kingsville Brewery. We love you guys. Some of the best tasting Canadian beer out there. 130 calories per pint, which is unreal. That's a tall boy for those wondering. So go and support Kingsville Brewery at your local LCBO, or you can even buy online. So you can search them on Instagram at Kingsville Brewery. So let's actually no, George. Anything else?
Yeah, or you can go to www.kingsvillebrewery.com and you can find them at the beer store as well and grocery stores. Guys, Kingsville's terrific. I don't even drink beer, and I drink these every episode. Go pick up Kingsville now. The weather's about to get nice. You do not want these to run out of the LCBO. You will be pissed. They're incredible. Anyways, that's it. Also, shout out to Cast, but we're about to get into that. So
LFG.
Let's freaking get it.
Are we officially good? The video? Audio?
We don't need the video
Jay,
for this
you sure?
one.
Frig.
Okay. Don't turn the video on for this one.
Maybe just don't look at DB.
Yeah, I'm tired, man.
Start this one up.
I'm tired.
Introduce us.
What's up, people? It's your boy. I'm back. 6th time.
How many times have you been on?
6th. I don't know. It's too many to count. I should be a part of this sponsorship that you guys got going on.
You've done 2 episodes where you actually came on. Then we've done a Cast episode.
No.
And then the Adonis episode.
Yeah.
So this is 5.
5, yeah.
5 Timers Club
Yeah.
on Saturday Night Live. They give people jackets for that.
Yeah, what are you guys going to give me?
I gave you my jacket today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's it.
That terrible jacket.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's crack this champagne. It's a big day
pop it,
here.
man.
No, I'm not good at popping champagne.
You need to wake up. Pop it.
I always watch people pop it for me. That's how I'm royalty.
Because you're uncultured. You don't know how to pop a bottle.
I'm royalty. You should see when I go to India what they do to me.
What do they do? Explain.
Yeah.
They roll out the red carpet for your boy. You know, they bring me the finest fried chickens, and even though a lot of my family there don't eat chicken, but they know that I like chicken, so they'll bring me chicken. You know what I mean? That's respect.
Now you can open it.
And some of the finest scotches a man could drink.
Dave, you want to open it?
No, you open it. I like to watch you open it. I like to be served, you know?
To the moon, boys.
Yeah.
There we go.
What a great day. A long time coming here.
Yeah.
Well, not a long time, actually. It's not even been a year since we started this, which is very impressive, honestly. I'm really proud to where we are. I don't think a lot of people can say that they have accomplished something like this in the entire world.
In the entire world.
Elon Musk can't even say it.
Are you sure?
I don't
Is that
know.
a fact? We gotta
I
be
don't
careful.
know. Listen,
Jordan, you want to Google over there how long did it take to build PayPal?
And how many people did they have working on it?
Yeah.
And who
Because
built
we
it?
had 2
And
people, 2 devs working on this thing for what?
Cheers,
6
boys.
months
Yeah.
to get
Cheers.
to an alpha version.
The cast.
To the moon.
Cheers. Dave.
To the moon.
Oh, cheers me. What the hell?
Cheers to
Reach
me.
over here.
Hey, I'll cheers to me.
Dave built this.
Honestly, Dave, I'll cheers to you. And Rick, I'll cheers to you.
That's-
Jordan, cheers to you as well.
Cheers, guys. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jay.
Oh, and cheers to Vishal. Thanks for this bottle, brother.
Yeah.
This is the one Vishal brought, right?
My man Vishal.
I'm pretty sure Vishal brought this. Dr. V, the GH Mum champagne. I believe V brought it. He'll listen to this. So, V, if you got to fact check us and let us know, please do. Yeah, we're going to assume it's from you, so thank you.
But yeah, today's a big celebration.
Huge.
Absolutely.
Huge.
Dave, what'd you feel like this morning or last night before bed?
Honestly, I was fine. Going to bed, I was like, okay, I got to wake up earlier than I've ever woken up in my life. 6 a.m.
Move the mic down a bit, actually. Blocking your face. I got your nose level. There you go.
Yeah, 6 a.m. But then when I fell asleep, I would just keep waking up thinking it was time to get up because I was like so excited to get in here and get this thing rolling. And didn't really have a great sleep, so I'm really tired now. I've been here for like 12 hours. And
First 12-hour day for DP.
and now you guys are holding me hostage to make me do this stupid podcast again.
I love to say we're holding you hostage,
Yeah.
like we're not your two best friends.
Yeah, I got other people to see. Too.
You got no one to see.
Mila at home with chicken wings.
Yeah. Mila, you better have them chicken wings ready for me.
Honestly, this episode will be up around the time you get home.
I need to start dieting. I need to lose some weight. It's getting a little ridiculous now. I tried to go for a run the other day. I lasted 30 seconds. It's not like me to last that long.
I expected a joke there coming.
No, but it's actually pathetic. Like my legs, I'm in such bad shape. Like I used to be so ripped, and now I'm just this blob.
It's a trade-off, brother.
Yeah, but I've been working hard.
Yeah.
Once we get this,
Once we get to the moon.
and once we get to the moon, I'll have a nice personalized gym there on the moon.
With the simulator, golf simulator.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
That's
incredible golf simulator now. I learned yesterday.
Played for the Masters. You
I
won the Masters.
was the only one to birdie on Augusta.
On the virtual.
Not many guys could say that either, I guess.
Exactly.
So you've done a lot of things a lot of
I've
guys can
accomplished
say
a lot
lately.
of
Yeah.
feats.
You were quite accomplished in the last
Yeah.
24 hours.
I'm absolutely incredible.
And you're being served champagne.
Yeah, she's serving me champagne.
Georgie, what about you? How'd you feel last night going to bed?
To be honest, I can't remember. I think I was pretty calm. Made a little Negroni. Sat on the couch. Got a couple, updated our portals. What are they called? Like updated like our Crunchbase and Angelus and all that stuff. And like, I don't know. The last weekend, I think it was calm. It really hit me today. Like the last like few hours we've been in here, seeing our numbers like go crazy. I think like it's starting to kind of hit me. It's even today went by so fast, like slow but also fast. And like still hasn't settled in. But last night, I don't know. I was like, I think I was pretty calm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it built up enough that I was like, oh my god, it's launching tomorrow because we had the beta. Like the beta was beta launch in January was like huge because like that was like 5 months into building an app. And shout out to our team like Graydon and Chance and everyone else and Julie and Sid, Georgia, everybody. Who am I missing? Marcello. Everyone behind the scenes, but like Graydon and Chance from the beginning, it was just them, like David said, it was just them two from the beginning. And like to see it come to life in January, I think it was more exciting because it's like, holy shit, this thing's actually real. And we actually saw it. And between now and then, a lot has changed, but also not a lot has changed. Like for us, like I guess because it was so from zero to that, I think January when it first happened, I was like more like, holy shit, this is like really happening. Obviously today is like a friggin' big deal. Like we have to go to the app store, which I never thought, I don't know if I speak for you guys, but I never thought I would build an app. Like I didn't build it, but never thought it would be part of an app.
No, according to the App Store, you built it.
Yeah, that's true.
According to the
That's
App
true.
Store, George
I can't
Vassal's
believe
I
it.
own 100% of the app, guys. I
Pull the
finagled
fast
that.
one on us.
That's it, eh?
It's a George Boutson's
DB, that's what you get
production.
for not reading the legal docs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jokes, you don't own any shares anymore.
That's literally my job, and I failed at it. So.
Yeah, we got to fix that. I'm waiting to hear back from Apple. But, sorry, yeah, to make this long answer short, like I think January was like super exciting. The night before, like it was like, oh my god, it's gonna launch and like what it's gonna happen, we don't know. But between January 17th, I guess, and now, so almost 3 months, February, March, April, 3 months, we've seen user feedback. We've seen people send us like just. The engagement numbers have been so high. People are messaging us. People are onboarding. So like it kind of like, you know, we didn't have like product market fit per se, but like kind of validated what we did. And it was so like it was exciting. So when we launched today, yeah, for sure you're nervous because it's like shit. Like are people still gonna like it as much as we thought? But like all of that leading up kind of I think calmed the nerves a bit. Like okay, we know we did something good. Our team did something amazing, and like you know the kind of proof is all in the pudding, so to speak. So it kind of kept me calm yesterday. But today was madness. But anyways, before we get to today, how did you feel last night, Rick?
Do you know what? Like, there's always that nervousness before you do anything major in your life. And, you know, for me, and I think I speak for you guys as well, this is probably one of the biggest days of our lives. Mm-hmm. And to do something like this, you're obviously a little bit nervous. And before I go to bed, I'm thinking, you know, what if we launch and nobody cares? You know, it's always that worry. Like, what if I do something and nobody just like, what if we start this podcast and nobody cares, right? But the thing was, I'm like, you know what? Maybe back in January, that was a worry. But then, okay, we're 3 months in. Every time you see a person that you're not even really friends with, and you see them in the comments commenting on something completely random, or you see someone you don't know responding to your comments, or you put up a question, you had 50 people answering it overnight. You're like, holy crap! Like we only had like 100 people coming on a day, and 50 of them are answering my random ass question. So when you see stuff like that, and it definitely helps. And then the fact that we've been preparing for this for so long now, you know, like ever since January when we did our beta launch, we had so much time to get our user feedback, listen to what the users wanted, make those changes, and really dissect our product and change it to make it so that it's the best possible product for our users. Obviously, we're not done, and it's never going to be the perfect product. That being said,
It will be one day.
well,
One
'cause
day when I'm done with it,
even
it
when
will
we
be
get to
the
perfect,
best.
there's always the next step, right? There's always that next
agree.
level that you're chasing.
One day it will be the best.
When we hit number one, take down
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
and then that's when DB gets his first good night of sleep ever.
Yeah, and that day I will sleep.
No, but that's it, right? Like we did what we think were the possible best steps to get to today, and then today it's kind of like just go, and that's the exciting part, right? Like any job is basically sales, and today was our sales day.
Yeah.
You know, those big phone blitz days, and well, maybe not phone blitz for us, but kind of like social media messaging blitzes. Man, it's awesome. Like, just how many people shared it today?
Yeah. Just before you get to that, because obviously today's a lot about you, so actually, you know what, this is probably going to be a big
Basically,
Rick
just
episode.
about me.
But
Just fucking
because
pump
no,
my tires
honestly,
all
like
day
now
long.
is your time. Like it's all the whole team, but like now is kind of where you're shining. But also, what's interesting, you said like you were nervous, thinking we're gonna like it, and you know what's funny? Between the three of us, you've been the most confident the entire time, hands down.
always.
Like I think we all figured we had a good idea on our hands, and obviously like our team believes it. Our team to believe in us to come on board and do all this. Like, you know, a lot of people have to buy into it and believe in it. And I think that we all knew, if we execute correctly, if we're like listening to our users, you know, if we find product market fit, if we scale, like, we have like
I got a little bit of burps too.
I know, I can feel this.
The champagne, hey, a little
But,
toasty, bubbly.
But like, I think we were all pretty confident like into where we're gonna get to, and the feedback was also dictating that. But like, you've always been from the beginning. Even days where like I'll walk in like, you know, like how can these numbers be this good? Like I would walk in and like from day one, I always believe in the idea. We all have, like, we all said this was a good idea. But like, there's days where you come in like, you know, are we crazy? Like, how many people using it? Like, you start to question it at times. You're like, are these numbers
Accurate.
Yeah, because like I was honestly, and I'm not just saying this to like pump our own tires or sound like we've built like the next big thing, because it's still a lot of we're not there yet. There's a lot to prove still, but like the numbers were so strong, and I'm like, there's no way. Like we got to be missing something. Like I would get skeptical because I question things. Just before this episode, I questioned Ricky a little bit, but we won't get into that. But Ricky from day one was always like, "Yep, nope, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work." So it's interesting. Last night,
this app has way more practical use than something like Clubhouse. That piece of junk.
And boys, honestly, I figured this was going to update, so I got a special live update.
Shut up.
On the podcast.
Wait. App Store?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So,
wait. Okay, tell the story, but don't tell us yet. Don't break.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what this is.
So, for those listening, this morning when we launched our app, you couldn't even find the app on the App Store. It's like you type in the word cast, and there's a million different apps that have the word cast in it.
And the funny thing about that is we were messaging everyone saying, here are the download links, or go to our website. The download links are there, but they would still go to the App Store and try and search cast.
Yeah, it's impossible to find right now.
And it's like buried, like 100 something down there.
No, so when we first launched, it wasn't even there.
Yeah,
like you couldn't even scroll down to find cast on the App Store if you typed in cast. You'd have to type in anonymous social voting or cast social voting, cast voting. And then today, over the course of the day, we're getting a lot of people going to the App Store, the Google Play Store. And we were unranked. Then around lunchtime, we were ranked, Georgie, 160-ish?
163.
163 around
That was the
lunchtime.
first time I saw it. I opened my phone at one point. I was sending the link out to somebody, and I saw that the rank came up 163 on social networking, which I was like, oh, this is new. Didn't see this before.
Yep. And there's tons of social networks. And it's not like we're just competing against Canadian social networks. No, this is
Facebook.
We're competing against
Instagram.
Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Clubhouse, Instagram, yada, yada, yada. So we were at 163. And then a couple hours ago, we were at 101.
2 hours after that.
Yeah, we were at 101.
That was a big deal. Because before we said that 101, we didn't see the 101. We said our goal, we put a little number on the board. And the number we wanted to get to by the end of this week is number 50 in social networking. I think that'd be a pretty big deal because if you look at what's up there, there's quite a few established platforms.
Some heavyweights.
We set that goal, and then 2 hours after we wrote that on the board, we were already up to 101.
So we're not quite at our goal yet, but what do you boys think we're at?
75.
I'll say
Halfway
80, 81.
Boys, close. 87.
Let's go.
So we cracked the top 100.
Boys are in the top
Day
100.
one,
Day one.
12 hours
Woo,
in.
coming for you,
Approximately
Zuckerberg. Keep your
approximately
eyes open,
12
buddy.
hours in. We are the 87th ranked social network, social media company in Canada.
Social media platform.
Social media platform, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
It's
really fucking
so
cool.
sick. What do you mean pretty cool?
Yeah, that's really
it's unreal.
That's pretty crazy. Who's above us?
So you want to see the people we're trailing
Yeah,
behind?
who's right ahead of us? We're gonna give them a shout out.
What?
We're coming. No, who's below? No, we can't give anyone a shout out.
We're gonna dust these people. Followers Pro. For all our Instagram people out there, you
Oh,
probably
yeah,
know what
yeah,
Followers Pro is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Superfi. I don't know.
Don't know.
Adult Chat Live. Ooh, DB. Hey, there you go.
Adult Chat Live.
That's what you need,
What
buddy.
the hell is that?
One above that is hashtag expert. No idea what that is.
All right, these are relevant. We're not giving them free plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
that's
boys,
pretty crazy. So
let's
Elon,
go.
if you're listening, contact me.
no, do not contact Dave. He's the weak
Contact
link. He's the weak link.
Elon.
He's gonna
Dave
get out
selling
early.
first.
Call my phone.
Dave's selling first.
Elon.
No, but for real, guys, that's a huge milestone for us. Okay, so we talked about.
And just again, like I said this earlier, but I cannot be more clear. Like the hard work or the heavy lifting to date has been done by we think we've done a lot of work in helping guide this from the day one, which we did an earlier podcast talking about this, but how the idea came up and how we founded it and how we formed our partnership and all that stuff. But
And it was episode 100 if you haven't listened to it yet.
oh, true, yeah. Episode 100 talks about the backstory of how we started this, our spit shake agreement at a socially distanced party in Ricky's backyard back in May.
Yeah, we were social.
Bro, you taught me up here. What's going on? You finished that thing?
I was going to top you up, yeah.
Oh.
You ain't even drinking over there.
I'm drinking slow. Anyways, but yeah, what was I saying? So we can't take, we're not sitting here taking the credit for this because a lot of the heavy lifting was done by our amazing team. And honestly, shout out to our development team, like all you guys for everything they've done so far. And obviously we've said this to them in person, but just want to reiterate what an amazing team we have, because this app would not be where it is. It went from an idea. Everyone has an idea. Ideas are a dime a dozen.
If there's one person who has a lot of them, George, you are that person.
That I am.
Freaking million ideas.
That I am.
Not freaking. You have a million ideas.
But a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a dreamer, as they say, visionary, some might say. No, but like a lot of people, it's ingrained in everybody, right? Everyone comes with an idea and then it gets made by some reason. And someone's like, oh yeah, I had that idea back in the day. I thought about this back in the day. That's great. And so we could have been those guys that said we had an idea, but we had an idea and we said, yeah, let's build it. And we found an amazing team. We got very lucky, but we found some friggin' wizards, and I don't think we'd be where we're at today if it wasn't without their help as well. And all their time and effort put in, like, man, you guys work tirelessly, and I speak for everybody. We thank you guys for it. But enough about that. But where were we going with that point before I kind of deviated? Talking about
said
today?
a lot of the time was in the background, and prior to today was our team. Now it's kind of like we're jumping in and all hands on deck now. And my question was, I guess, to both of you is, we talked about last night and how you felt going to bed. How did you feel this morning when you woke up and came into the office?
I was fucking exhausted.
Tired.
Yeah.
I shot a crazy round at Augusta, and
Virtual simulator. Shout out to John, actually, too. John, thanks for setting that up again. That was awesome.
Yeah, we were playing on a simulator. I wasn't actually in Georgia. That would have been even crazier. If I was actually at Augusta.
You would shoot 200 at Augusta.
Wait,
Yeah,
do you
no
remember JR's bachelor party? How we almost went to Augusta, and that's the year that Tiger made the comeback to win?
That's I think I messed that one up.
Yeah.
'Cause
No, it wasn't you. It's just we're like,
because I was like, oh my god, I want to go fly.
yeah,
right
but it was
now.
just the two of us. We're like, fuck, $5,000 on a whim like that. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we had a chance to fly to Augusta on a.
Yeah, I heard about that. Missed out on that one.
That was a big mess. That
was a big L.
A major L.
But mind you, if Tiger didn't win, we would have been like, and we
Yeah,
went, we
whatever.
would have like, actually no, we'd still be like
That's
six.
just
Still
historic.
the Masters.
That's historic, though.
But actually,
Okay, so back
Yeah.
on track here. So Dave, you were
Absolutely
exhausted?
They don't even want to come in.
You didn't look exhausted.
No, I was tired as hell. Well, thank you.
Now
for
you
saying
look
that.
you look like shit. But
Dave always looks tired.
I'm always tired.
what about on Friday? We're on our, and I hate to tell us, I don't want to focus on pre-launch day, but on Friday, it's like our last video call before launch. Like basically everything is ready. We're fully approved. We're ready to rock and roll. We're on our team call. We've got 9 or 10, all 10 of us on our team call. And Dave just looks miserable. We're all cracking jokes, laughing, having a good time because we're good. We're ready. Launch day's around the corner. And Dave just like,
Because I'm always the type of guy I worry until we're actually like done with something. Like, because like every time we're ready to go, something happens. We're ready to go. in January, and then something.
And what happened in
and then-
January?
Yeah, what happened, Dave? What happened in
I
January?
prematurely ejaculated the app.
Hey, at least he's calling it
You
out.
know what? That's exactly what you did.
I was
Just
the
so-
only one that was like completely
Just so
innocent on
those
that
who
one.
don't know that we didn't tell the story of the first part, like the last episode, did we?
No, because
Like
the
episode
last
100.
episode I think we did before. Whatever, tell
No.
a story.
So just a quick story. So what Dave
This is a
means
good
by
one.
that is we had our date set for January 6th through 17th to push to a beta for a beta launch. We were all fired up. It was honestly back then it was as big of a day as today because we were so fired up. It was our first one that's going to go out. We were all eager. We had some itchy trigger fingers, as they say in the army, I guess. And we were getting ready to go the next day, like the 17th, I think, and like the 16th, we all get an email, and we see an email on our inboxes saying, your app's been approved. It's on test flight now. I'm like, I see this. I'm like, oh, sick. The dev team pushed this. This is amazing. We're ready to go. We went live. I'm celebrating, and I see a message in our group chat. I think it was like Chance. He goes, hey, who hit send on this? And I was like, what do you mean? And Chance is like, yeah,
We're not ready.
We're not ready to approve that yet. Like, there's a couple things in the air. And everyone's like, what the hell? Who did it? Ricky's like, what's going on? Dave's like, yeah, who did this? Everyone, nobody taking blame.
No, but I think it was because like I previously, like a week before, I did something that I wasn't supposed to do on like GitHub or one of those like
I don't remember. Maybe.
development sites. So you guys were like, Rick, did you do it? I was like, fuck, guys, I really don't think I did. But if I
Oh,
did, I'm
true.
so
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just remember apologizing. I'm like, guys, like, if I really did it, I didn't mean to. Like, I'm so sorry.
And then we're asking who's did it, or like, Dave, did you hit thing many Chance? Like, no, I don't think so. Like, Chance, like, no, man, wasn't even home. Graydon has no idea what's going on. And then Chance has like this little sleuth, looks into the App Store Connect and sees that it was approved by David at castapp.ca. And Dave's like, oh yeah, I guess maybe I hit this.
maybe I did it.
I was just
sorry.
testing something. So
No, I was trying to like just pre-input everything, all the information we needed.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to like import the beta list of emails that we had for people that signed up to the website and stuff. And I guess through that process, it accidentally just fired off. But then it lit a fire under everyone's ass, and we got the thing
That
ready
is
to
true.
go within like a day. So
that is true. On the bright side, and our dev team probably listened to this
I'm a
like, what the hell?
genius.
But like, honestly, it did work. Everyone was on their phones around the clock for that day, and we launched the next day, which was, blessing in disguise. And even at that point too, before we talk about like today, we were technically supposed to launch on the App Store last week, April 6th, and we went through the approval process and all these things, and Apple kept coming back with change this, change that, like very minor things, but it became a bit of an annoyance because it takes them like almost 24 hours to review each message you send back to get it.
I would respond within seconds of receiving the email. I'm just there. checking
Dave's
my
got
email.
quick trigger fingers, like I said.
refresh. I get the email. I respond immediately.
Dave's like a nervous girlfriend fighting back with Apple.
Like 8 to 10 hours to respond.
At least.
Were you responding in caps lock?
I should have. That's what I was about to.
He was
start
gonna
doing.
fly to
I was
Cupertino.
gonna
It's all-
fly to Cupertino immediately. Who's the CEO of Apple? I don't
Tim
even know his
Cook.
name. Tim Cook. So I told him.
That's how I know DB doesn't read any of the articles you share. Eh,
I
George?
said everything about tech, and Dave does not read any of
I'm
them.
gonna lay the pause on you, boy.
So, anyways, yeah, we had a misfire at our beta launch. Then nothing really happened between now and then.
Well, that's a
Nothing
nice way
crazy.
of putting it. We had a misfire.
Yeah, misfire. Then we had our launch last week, and we had to abort mission at the 11th hour because Tim Cook was dragging his feet. He didn't personally approve us. He's gonna regret that day. Anyways, so we delayed by a week, and ironically enough, they actually they approved us that same day, just like late in the day.
It
Like
wasn't,
2
no, it was like noon or something.
Right. No, it was 2 p.m.
2
p.m.
6 p.m. or something.
2 p.m.
Yeah,
2
Google
p.m.?
was 5. Yeah, it was 2. Because it was still during the work.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
Because
was during the
Google,
workday.
Google was 5, and then we're like, oh wow, like we got everything approved today. Event like,
And like we still
but
technically
it
could have
was
gone up.
it
but,
was
like,
a good thing that we didn't, because there was a lot of stuff that we've
Yes.
now pushed through in that week leading up to it that are, like the timestamp things.
Well, Dave,
really-
what did we put in there for the listeners?
We got timestamps on comments and notifications now. We got tag user is now in.
What's
there.
the timestamp for the people who don't know?
The hell? What do you mean? Who the hell doesn't?
Yeah,
know
I think
what
everyone
timestamp
knows what
is?
it's.
Honestly,
You know what? We shouldn't laugh. Let's
Guys,
good thing we have
like-
Ricky here. Dumbs things down for us a little bit.
I was gonna say, because there are things that people ask
True,
all
true.
the
You
time.
had a couple-
Do you
Dave,
remember
you
your
had
phone
the-
calls?
yeah,
Come
you
on,
had the
Dave.
other
Like,
stuff.
let's.
So if you post a comment, it tells you when that comment was posted. So if it was posted 2 minutes ago, say 2 minutes. If it was posted 2 months ago, say 2 months.
2M.
2mo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We
that's
got
what
that.
timestamp is.
I know what
my,
timestamp
my
is. Thank
special
God, but-
friend.
But you never know, man.
We also rolled in tag users, so you can add
Tag
people
users,
now.
of course. Yes, we can delete casts now. You can delete your own cast if you
There's a
want.
big one we also rolled in there.
Share.
Location.
Oh yeah,
location
location.
services.
So please update your locations.
Yeah, guys, update locations
Profile
and bios and profile picture, all that stuff. Like we're not creating it's anonymous. We want you to be yourself, be authentic, be honest, don't be afraid to be you and say what you want to say and vote how you want to vote because your vote is 100% anonymous. So put your picture up, throw a bio in, tell us who you are. We want to be friends with you. We want to know who you are.
Yeah,
we want to know where you're from.
So location stuff is very important. Because,
Why, David?
Because it's gonna help us with curating casts that are in your area, right? So if you're from Toronto, we want to give you casts that are Toronto located, and then also in the future, it's gonna go into demographics as well. So if you have your profile updated with your location, then you'll be able to see in votes where votes are coming from. So this poll has so many people from Canada voting versus the U.S. versus right now we're only in 5 countries and all English-speaking countries. But
Location probably helps with suggested users as well.
and suggested users, yes, of course.
Are we in 5 or 6? We're not in Mexico.
5.
Canada, USA,
Canada, U.S., Australia, UK,
and New Zealand.
New Zealand.
True, 5. So anyone out there in the UK listening, anybody out, our Aussie friends
Yeah,
down
you
under,
blokes. You
And-
blokes.
all the Kiwis out there, hit us up. We're out there in your country. Get on cast. Let's go. Talk about some All Blacks. Talk about some kangaroos and all that stuff down there. Let's go. I don't know what else. That's
it, eh?
That is stereotypical.
All
Sorry,
Blacks
guys.
and kangaroos.
I don't know why I said that because I actually loved New Zealand when
Yeah,
I went
nice
there. I love
beaches.
Australia. So like that was kind of mean. I apologize,
Gorgeous
guys.
women.
Please don't hold that against me. You can cast whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, we need some diversity on the app from different areas. But sorry, Dave, I hijacked your point there.
No, that's pretty much. I can't even remember what else we put in
Share,
there.
so you can share
Yeah,
cast
share
now.
as well.
So you can
yeah.
share to we can share it to different platforms. You can share to Twitter, you can share to Instagram, share to anything really.
Share it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Share it to your friends, family. You don't have to screenshot now and then share it. You can just share
do
it
that,
directly.
yeah.
You can invite users if you go to your profile, there's a little person in the top left corner. You click that button and you can see all your friends on the app. There's a lot of people on the app, so
Yeah.
you can find your friends very easily.
Yep.
We're pushing 1,000, I think.
We're over
1,000.
We're over 1,000.
Yeah.
Uh,
Today
Geor-
alone, we
yeah.
fucking blew it was crazy.
So DB said he was exhausted this morning. Georgia, how did you feel this morning?
Honestly, I was tired. Like I don't wake up at 6 a.m. often. I'm not really a morning person, but I also ate terribly yesterday. I ordered popcorn and a hot dog from Cineplex. That was a terrible choice.
hell
Hot
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I was really craving.
Yeah, but you also randomly order from 7-Eleven, don't you?
Oh, all the time. I
Yeah,
order
like-
Slurpee and taquitos,
You're
baby.
like, that's a weird flex. But hey,
I
teach their own,
ordered
right?
from the randomest places. Yeah, honestly, that popcorn was good last night. Anyways, I kind of ate kind of shitty.
Is that
so-
why you posted a cast about popcorn?
Yeah,
Butter?
I crushed a whole large bag of popcorn yesterday too.
Welcome
I
to
saw
my
that.
world.
It's the best. I live down the street from the Cineplex Odeon, so I just Uber Eats it over. Worth it every time.
Wait, you can still Uber Eats popcorn from the movie?
Yeah, I
theater?
think they might have one person working the counter, just sending out Uber Eats.
They gotta make money somehow.
That's crazy.
Movie theaters are probably getting absolutely crushed right now.
That's
Crushed.
why.
Gosh.
Invest in Cineplex.
That-
Now?
yeah.
Terrible
Because
advice.
then it's gonna go up. Once we're out of
It's a good thing we don't
lockdown,
let you handle our
we're
finances.
going
David.
up, baby. Cineplex. I also know the one of the top executives there. He's one of our family friends.
Oh yeah? What's he saying?
Insider trading.
I don't talk about it.
Insider
we're gonna
trading,
We're gonna
yeah.
book for that.
Cineplex.
I coming in, I was tired, but once I hit the road and I started coming in, like we planned to meet at 6. We were set to get in all of us in here so we can spend that first hour like updating all the social channels, everything, whatever, sending messages to our friends and family and friends and all that stuff. So I was running a little bit late, and David calls me, "Hey, you want to pick up some coffee for the team?" I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Get one of those big boxes." Got a 12 packets of some muffins. So I was late. Obviously, I had to look out for
If
our
I'm being
people.
honest about it, I was thinking because when I come down Fort York, I drive by that Tim Hortons and I looked at it. I'm like, should I grab some stuff? And then I looked outside. It's fucking pouring rain. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna ask George to do it.
And I got sick. Hey, the CEO's got to look after his people, so I don't
Oh,
mind.
God.
But anyways, I once I got there, I had to wait for it a bit, so I was firing off some messages like at 6:30 in the morning. People were responding, people were downloading. I was like, okay, here we go.
Okay,
It's
now
trickling
we're
in a little bit.
talking, now
I'm
we're
waking up. I don't need any
talking.
coffee. I'm awake, even though I had like 7 coffees today. Yeah, and then just like once I got here, I was like, okay, let's fucking do this. And it just, we had not stopped. By like 11 o'clock, I felt like I had been here for 12 hours already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Like
was a
we
long
were
ass
just
day.
like I've never seen Ricky say so few words in a day. In
We
my
were
life, I
all
think.
zoned in. See, for me, I came in here last night when
Sorry.
I came to pick up my car.
Oh, finish your. I was gonna ask
See,
you.
I came in here last night after our golf tournament. I came in because technically we really launched on Saturday. For now, I can say this now. Because we didn't want any more hiccups, and Apple Store and Google Store says it could take 24 hours. So we said, you know what? Let's just release it on Saturday so we know 100% that Monday morning, 7 a.m., we're good to go.
Yeah, after all the stupid things that happened to us, I was like, I'm gonna press this button on Saturday when I wake up, and I wake up around noon on the weekends.
Yeah,
I like
fair
to
enough.
sleep in. I like to sleep in.
Fair enough.
So around noon, I hit the button. Google instantly. It was instantly on Google.
Instantly approved.
Apple 1 hour, and it was up on the App Store.
So basically, we've been live since Saturday, April 10th, around noonish, 1ish. So we said, you know what? Let's just let's get it ready. So I came in here last night just to get a lot of the annoying emails I had to get out of the way done. Like some of the stuff that we kept pushing off. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'd rather just get in and get all the ads going, get all that stuff done. So I came in here last night, did a little bit of work for maybe hour and a half. And then when I got in here this morning, for those who've never been to our studio, it's a very nice place. It's usually very well lit, a lot of windows. But at 6 a.m., this place is dark and creepy. So like the lights in the hallways don't turn on until 7. So I'm walking through the hallway and it's just the red emergency lights. And I'm like, this is where I die.
That was way too spooky.
Launch day die.
I almost turned right around, went back home.
Yeah. I literally saw it. I was like, I want to use my light on. But I'm like, let me take a video for the boys, just fire them up. So yeah, got in here. I felt great when I walked in, actually. I'm not going to lie. Even though I didn't get that good of a sleep, I felt great. I was like, man, it's launch day. Like I'm fully prepared. It's like, you know, when you walk into a test that you studied your ass off for and you're like, I know I'm going to kill this test.
That's what you felt.
That's how I felt this morning.
Damn, Ricky, I never felt like that before. Like, dude.
I don't know that feeling.
I remember when I studied my ass off for first year biology, first year Western. I studied my ass off for bio. I walked in thinking, I'm like, I'm going to get at least an 80. I go to the final question, which is half the exam, and I don't know it. Talk about a shitty moment, eh?
Half the exam.
It's worth half the exam. The final question, I didn't know it.
That's a tough one.
That's
Did you get it? You
a
failed
that's
that
a
exam,
dick
right?
thing to do.
I've never
to
told you a story.
No.
put
Oh,
a
did you
weight
write-
like
you-
that
you
on
wrote-
one
I
question.
begged for my life, basically. So I was going into the exam with a 50 because like my participation was great. My lab marks were great because I had a genius partner. And I failed the first exam. I got a 50 on the second exam. So I did the math. I'm going into the final exam with a 50. I study my ass off. I get a TA, like tutor, the whole 9 yards. I get to the final exam. It's worth 30% of your final mark. And the final question is worth 50%. So basically that final question is worth 15% of your mark. I go in and I don't know the final question. Like basically I saw that. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm done. I'm going to fail first year bio, which means I get kicked out of my program at Western. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Lane and Frank are going to kill me. So long story short, I skipped it. I went back. I answered the whole exam. Take it for yourself. So I answered the whole exam. I got to the final question. I basically just said, I pleaded with my TA. I was like, hey, my name's Ricky Liordi. I'm an MIT student. I studied my ass off for this. Like I tried so hard. I just don't know the question. I'm in MIT. I'm never going to take bio ever again. Blah, 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 blah. Checked my exam day of. I didn't check because they don't give you your exam mark. They just give you your final mark for that course for some reason. And I passed with 50. Didn't look back. Didn't ask any questions. Moved on. And that's the story. But anyways, this
Good for
morning
you,
I
man.
felt like a student that like prepared for that exam. And
Good
like,
for you, bud.
you know, just I was well prepared this morning. I came in the zone, just grinding. And
I don't know that feel of being like well prepared for a test because I never studied for a test ever.
Yeah.
That's why I got kicked out of so many.
now we're here, man. Now it's like,
And now you're here. Now you're here running the dev team.
Yeah.
I love
but
it.
when you
This one
prepare
goes
for
out to all those teachers who told me I wasn't gonna be shit.
yeah, what up?
They were right.
You're right, but
But we're gonna change that. No, but when you prepare for something and you're well rehearsed and you just know that you know what you got to do and you just go out and you execute it perfect. I'm not saying we executed things perfectly. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. We don't fully know yet, but it just thinks that we did what we think were the right things to do, and knowing that like you feel good about yourself.
I mean that's all you really can.
Yeah, like,
right?
you know what? If Cast doesn't take off and it doesn't go to the moon like we all think, it's like we all worked our fucking asses off. We've all tried our hardest. We listened to feedback. We've discussed things internally. We've bickered at each other. We've fought amongst each other, but like professionally in a way that we can get things done. We've debated things, and we've done everything that we believe is the right thing to do and to the best of our abilities. So that's why I strongly believe that we're literally going to the moon, because when you work hard and you do the right things, you do succeed. And I strongly believe that.
Yep, I would agree, and I also think the biggest thing is like we're not. I agree wholeheartedly with what you said, like 100%. I think you nailed it on the head. And like, it's hard. It's like, obviously I want us to say something like one of the moon. Part of me is like, yeah, like we should be a little humble, but I also agree that we've built a product that like, we've built a tool or a product that allows people to use it any way they really want to use it. Like, it's not like we said, okay, we're going to build this because we're going to build like a next photo sharing app or the next TikTok or this. Like, we built something that's honestly, it's a social network, but it's a tool. And there are so many applications you can use it for, and even in its current state. But we plan to iterate it further, and we have some features that we're going to be rolling out, which we can't really talk about yet because we're still going to be. It's going to be some time. We want to perfect things before we get them out to you guys.
Yeah, we don't want.
We don't need Zuck.
We don't need Zuckerberg stealing our shit.
And now the main goal is again to get people on, having fun voting,
for sure,
and sharing their thoughts. Right? Yeah.
But the biggest thing what I'm saying is like, I mean, we don't know. A lot of our fate largely is largely in the hands of like our users, which is amazing. Like that's what it should be, right? We need to be held accountable for what we do and what we build, and build something that they love and they're going to want to use and come back and tell their friends. That's why we have to listen very carefully to what they're saying and really understand what their problems are, what their pain points are, and how to iterate on them. And I think we've done that, and we will continue to do that. So all our users out there, any feedback, even unsolicited, send it to us anytime, day or night.
We want it.
Honestly, I'm tempted to put my phone number out there, but I'm scared I'm going to get too many calls.
416-500-5339. Hit me up. I will respond to you.
Wow. Oh, you're like,
do things that don't scale.
I love it. That's honestly.
416.
Honestly, George, you
Rick's just hoping he's going to get some DMs.
No, I get enough DMs.
I'm trying to drop
You know what?
No,
you know
that's
what?
true, George. You shared that article. It's by Paul Graham. Paul Graham, right?
Probably Paul Graham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul
So
Graham.
it's talking about do things that don't scale. And honestly, when I read that, I was like, that's fucking just 100% on point, because you're never going to get big and you're never going to grow if you don't do things that don't scale. Like, you need to single-handedly message each and every person individually. Find out what's your feedback, which we did. Things you love, things you hate. How can we make the app better? Those are things that don't scale. We're not a computer system that just has, an auto bot that responds to the messages we get. No, we get a message. Anytime you've sent any one of us feedback, we've either put it in our Google Drive and we've all read it. DB's read it. Me, George, and DB, we share it amongst ourselves. Like, that's great feedback.
And I track it too.
Wow, this person knows exactly what our app
Dave tracks it in the worst method I've ever seen.
Pen and
It's
paper,
still tracked.
notebook.
No, worse. He uses like fucking
Notepad.
What is it? Notepad from his
Notepad.
on his
I track it.
on his IBM ThinkPad, whatever
Doesn't matter.
Notepad. I've seen.
It doesn't
this
matter
thing.
how I track it.
I've seen
I
how
get
you
it
track.
tracked,
That
and
does
I
not
know every
scale.
single. I know every single piece of feedback.
I really
if it
think
works,
we're all
it
doing
works.
things that don't scale right now, which honestly is the name of the game.
but-
But like, Dave has a fucking list that it's so long. I don't know if he finds it, but he knows where everything is.
If it works, it works, bro.
But that's
Honestly,
the thing,
man,
I know
and
where
that's why-
everything is. I
that's
know where
why
Kate
we're gonna-
Church's feedback is on that document.
Really? Like, you find it?
Yeah, I can find it.
Kate
Absolutely.
Church. Shout out Kate Church. Shout
Yeah.
out Pretty Brit. Shout out the
Time out.
super
Big-
users.
yo,
Shout out
big shout
Liam
out-
Frazier. Like,
Yeah, big shout out to Britty Brit today, Brit Perleggi. That's her Instagram name, so that's fine. She sent us, one of our super users today sent us like donuts.
Cops Donuts.
Yeah.
So
little
good.
little donuts. I heard some footsteps come to the door, and we were in the office. I was like, oh shit, are we in trouble? And I opened the door, and there's like a
We
box.
weren't in the office today.
True. Yeah. No, you weren't in the
We weren't
office.
in
We
the
were in the office. Wink. No, but I opened the door, and there's a little box there, and it's a Uber Eats bill. And there's like a note on it that says It's on the wall there. Congratulations on your launch, cast team. Hope you whatever. Best
Can't
of
wait
luck
to
with
see
everything.
this get to the top of the charts or something.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like
and
donuts.
this is our super users. Like, we built something for them and for ourselves and our friends. And like, when you see something like that, you're like, this is how you know you're doing something right.
Yeah. It really meant to like. That's like
Britt,
just a small thing.
Don't know if
but-
you listen to the podcast, but if you do, thank you so much.
Yeah. To back to the point, we're talking about not stuff that doesn't
Things
scale
that don't
before,
scale,
before
messaging
that.
people individually, like just grinding.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Like, the biggest thing is we're listening, but I forget what the point I was getting on. But like, we've iterated this product to like take a lot of feedback in. I was talking to actually Rami Hamadi today. Shout out to Rami. And he was one of the first guys that
Rami.
said, he put in something out, like our demographics that we show in the vote, the color pattern we went with are complementary colors to our purple, but it does show a lot of purple. Listen, we did it early on, and we didn't realize that with 5 options, it would look so blended and hard to decipher. And Rami made a point early on. He's like, hey, it's kind of hard to read. And like, Rami's a young guy. I'm assuming good eyesight.
Slick looking,
Yeah.
dude.
And he's like, hey, it's kind of tough to read sometimes.
Jordan, he might be single, eh?
And
Set you up.
he wasn't the only one who said it. A few people have probably mentioned it since then, but we're talking today with Chance, and I was like, we thought we should tweak the colors a little bit. Let's make them stand out more. Chance had the idea that been thinking a lot about this, and Chance said to us, we should probably make this better, more inclusive, because what if somebody comes on who's colorblind or has vision impairment, whatever. We need to make it more inclusive. So he found a color pattern that would make the colors look more contrast. They would appear more contrast for just normal users. And then he said, this would also accommodate people who have color blindness and vision impairment, I believe was the two. So, not only that, so we've iterated that and fixed it and improved it to a way to make the app also more accessible. That will be rolling out, I think, in our next update. I think it looks slick. I mean, the colors are kind of a little bit crazier than we had before, but I think it looks really good. But to that
They're
point,
gonna pop.
Yeah, they're gonna pop.
They're gonna
Looks,
pop.
as they're gonna say, they're gonna look sexy.
They're gonna pop. Look sexy.
So
Slick,
weird.
looks slick. What did you say about Rami? He looks
He's slick. He's a slick guy.
Rami's slick.
I like Rami a lot. He's a cool dude.
Cool dude. Shout out Rami.
Way better.
Should I tell-
Way
I
better.
don't
than
know.
Way
my
better
brother
than Adonis. No, I love Adonis.
I'm not gonna tell the story how Rami tore his ACL.
No.
do
But
that
anyways, I guess at that point, I forget where I was kind of going with that. But the point is, like, everything we've done to date, we had the idea, we had the initial idea. Our development team, our dev team helped to like tweak it and edit it and put their touches on it and everything. And it was a collaborative effort to get to where it is. But a lot of what our users have said have had a big impact on what we're doing. Naturally, we have to make sure that we're calculated as well. Like if we get some feedback, we can take immediately and iterate, because a lot of people are clamoring for it. But some stuff we got to be a little more selective. But this goes for everybody. Anybody's ever touched the app. You go on it for 1 minute and you see something you don't like, please message us. 416-500-5339. Ricky Liordi. Send him a message.
Send me a message. I will respond.
Just
say your name. Yeah.
34. Wait, what's my number? 416-886-2240. George Boutsalis. Hit me up. I'll answer the call anytime. Fuck, we're gonna call me like
416-937-6210. Don't message me with feedback. Single ladies.
Well, no, Dave. Should we tell them you might have a date coming up? Should we?
No.
We won't talk about that.
No, but honestly,
Come on now.
we want to hear from everybody.
Yep.
Like, just even people say, like, the one thing too is people always say, I don't know if you guys notice this. They'll be like someone will text me like, hey, like, you probably heard this, or like, I don't know if it's going to be helpful. I respectfully, you guys don't have to preface anything. Just send the feedback.
Yeah.
Like, we don't think, oh, this person is saying something that we already knew, or this person doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, anything you have, just send it. Don't even qualify. Just send it to us.
So, and the thing
And tell us the problem as well. Tell us the problem you want us to solve.
Yeah.
That'll make it easy for us.
So the thing with Georgie, what he's saying too, is it's perfect, because sometimes you tell something that you might think we've heard once or twice, but by telling us that shows us that you understand what the app is doing. Sometimes people say, oh, well, I answered a question and I didn't see the demographics for other, but I know when I signed up there was a demographic for other. And that, it shows us. They're like, oh, it had 20 votes. I'm like, I appreciate you noticing that, and we can explain to you why that happens. Or there's different circumstances, or sometimes you might think, is my vote fully anonymous? Because if I'm one of the first few people to answer, maybe people can figure it out that I'm the one that answers. So anytime you give us feedback, we appreciate, even if we've heard it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. All feedback is great, because then we understand where you're coming from. And if so many people say one certain thing, we can make those changes. We can do what we need to get done to make the app better for our users. Because at the end of the day, we want to make a platform and create a space online where people can share their thoughts and feel confident doing that online. We don't want to create something where just me, George, and DB love to use, because again, that's no fun. We bicker all the time and we see each other almost every day. I love you guys, but I don't want to create something that just us three love, because we have apps that exist, the three of us. Like,
That
we can use
definitely-
Yahoo Fantasy. Like,
that definitely don't scale.
yeah, that definitely don't scale. So that's why anytime there's any feedback, even if it's something you really love and you want to see that portion of the app develop more, some people really love the demographics but want to see more of them. We have more demographics information coming out soon. So anything there is, just hit us up. Any one of us, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, texting now that our numbers are fully out there, and we will respond.
Yeah.
And if one of us doesn't, message the other one and put us on blast.
Yeah. The biggest thing is like one of our core values, which we've released a couple of blogs that and we plan to release more, just kind of outlining what we believe, what we want to do, our approach, our mission, all that stuff. Because one of the biggest ones that we cannot be more clear about is like our intention to be as transparent as possible as a company, as a team, internally and externally. And like we're, that's why we're saying, just message us. Tell us anything you want. Like literally message us anytime. that's why we show demographics. That's why we did what we did. That's why we created a platform to allow you to vote anonymously, to share your honest opinion, because we want to be transparent. We want to show people transparently what other people think. We want to show the honest and authentic perspective that other people have, and not to sugarcoat it or hide stuff or select what we show you guys. Naturally, we got to be like, as the demographics, people have been asking for more. We're being selective with what we can roll up because we have to make it look nice. We have to make sure there's enough quality information there to show you guys. So yeah, some people want to see, X, Y, and Z. When we get to a point where we have that information coming in, we plan to show more. But to that point, like, the name of our game is being transparent. That's what we're trying to solve within social media, is letting people see the facts as they are, fully transparently, and formulate their own opinions. But that goes for how we do things as well within our company. Like, we are an open team. Like, everyone knows everything. We talk to as a person, like, Ricky and I are more geared towards the business side, but like, we talk to the dev team about what we're doing on the business side of things, on our pitches, on our presentations, on investing, because we want everyone to be on the same page. And when you're transparent and there's no friction to anybody communicating, and people feel like they can be heard, that's when things start to get done and you achieve things. And people can tell you their honest opinions. They can give you the proper feedback you need. They're not scared to share their thoughts with you. They don't think you're going to be judged. Well, you get the point where I'm going with this. So when we tell you, let us know anything, any time of day. Like, our phones are always on. Our phones are on. Our DMs, our emails, all our emails are listed. Like, hit us up anywhere.
We're all first name at joincast.co.
Oh, that might be a risky one. Now we're going to get bombarded with junk mail. Like, not junk mail for users, but like, people are going to put us on mailing lists. Like, anyways, it is what it is.
You put me on my mailing list, I'll put you on yours. We're good.
True.
Sorry, you put me on yours, I'll put you on mine.
Rick's getting really generous out here.
Yeah, man.
Anyways,
put me on a mailing list.
honestly,
Every
like,
download
reach out
counts.
to us.
We appreciate each and every single one of you.
Hey, any devs out there, engineers, you listen to this, feel free to throw your application and let us know. Hit me up. I'm the one who's in the recruiting. We're always looking for people. But anyways, let's pivot this conversation a little bit from the stuff that doesn't actually. Maybe we continue on stuff that doesn't scale.
Well, no, let's talk about like kind of the next, little bit moving forward now. Obviously, today was launch day. If you're listening to this the week of April 12th, this was our launch week. A lot of focus is going on, marketing and a lot of outreach. Just between the three of us, our whole team, reaching out to all our friends, family, our network. We're running a lot of ads. But where do you guys kind of see the next week and next little bit going?
I think, more reaching out. I think the product is like what it is right now, and obviously we want to keep building on it, but we're temporarily in a code freeze, which means we're not going to be pushing anything new in.
I'm glad you explained that.
Sorry?
I'm glad you explained that, because I was going to say, tell people what that is.
Yes, that's what a code freeze is, and these are typically done in the tech areas when you don't want anything changing, because in tech, when you change something, chances are something's going to break. That's why you don't want to change things around the Christmas time, around, big holidays when people are going to be on vacation.
Big launch dates.
Yeah.
So
really be real detrimental to George Boutsalis' app on
on the
App Store.
the George
Is it on
Boutsalis
the Google?
production.
Does it say George Boutsalis
No,
on
I
Google
think
too?
Google doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I only built one of them.
So yeah,
The best part about that is, like, normally I'd be like, no, it's got to say Cast, because we've got to be unified across all platforms, and like the messaging, it can't say Cast App, it can't say Cast App Inc. We don't want to create your cast, which even on Google it still says create your cast, but whatever.
On Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the link, when you see the link for
That's what the
download,
link's called, because that's what our original build was called.
Yeah.
So
And I
don't even
purposely
think
didn't say
I don't know if
anything.
you can change that.
So I
No,
just don't
that-
want
that app
any
builder.
possible things to happen. So when George is like, we got to change it to Cast, it's got to say Cast, I was like, bro, just do it Monday or
Rick
Tuesday.
almost crapped his pants when I was going
I
to
was
change
like, bro,
it. 'cause,
just chill. Please, just don't
Rick's
touch
been waiting for this
anything.
day for months.
I'm like, just don't touch anything. Just like, let's just leave it. It says
It's
George
okay, we
Boutsalis.
called Apple.
That's
They're going to do
fine,
it for
yeah.
us. They're going to do it
Apple
for us.
change. Maybe by the time you've downloaded this,
Timmy.
you've heard this episode, it's
Timmy
been
Cook.
changed. But you know what? You should, if you haven't downloaded yet, go download it right now. You can search Cast. By that time, hopefully it shows up. If not, search Cast Vote, Cast Voting. We're one of the top searches there.
Or-
if not, message one of us.
Or go to joincast.co.
Oh, yeah. That one.
Well, I had another point on that, on the app, on the platform. Anyways, I forget now. But
Moving forward,
Yeah,
how do
what's-
you feel?
oh, I feel friggin' great. Like, I don't want to, like, to this date, I don't want to sleep. Like, I get home at night, like, I make dinner and I'll put my laptop on and just keep working and trying to find stuff and read articles. And like, much of my stuff has been like, my focus is on like the recruitment. Excuse me, man, this champagne's making me burp. It's been the recruitment and soon to be like raising capital and all that stuff. So like the time for myself is going to get super busy in the weeks and months to come. But I honestly feel really good. Like all I want to do is work on this all day, every day, all night, like weekends. And I see our team doing the same thing. Like everybody's always working like nonstop. So I think that the next few weeks are going to be, I mean, forever now is going to be hectic until the day we, go, hopefully, God willing, touch wood, go public on the New York Stock Exchange. Like it's a long road to that point of a public offering. And, it's maybe it's kind of, people say it's premature to say that now as we just launched a startup, but like, honestly, that's our vision. Like we want to build a company that scales and is lasting and outlasts us, hopefully. So the work's not going to stop, but to answer your question in the immediate future, I think these next few weeks and like months are going to be super hectic. Today alone, we've seen like the highest numbers we've ever seen on the app. Like
by far.
By far. Like usually when we're in beta, we had great user retention, great average session lengths. Like all the numbers are very strong considering our limited. We were under 1,000, I think, users during beta, but like today,
And that's all organically too.
that's
Like,
all. Yeah, it's all
there's
family and friends.
Yeah, I think we put maybe $200 in
I think that- and
digital
that's
ads.
the-
No, sorry, $300 in digital ads.
And stickers. We put stickers up around Toronto, and I don't even know how much that gained, but that's from exposure perspective that
We didn't put the stickers around. We gave stickers out to people.
Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it's so amazing that our friends and our family are supporting us, and like when you see them interacting with the app, it's so fun and cool. But one of the coolest things to me is when I see someone on there, I'm like, who the hell is this person? You don't know them. You don't know them. I don't know them. How the hell
Or
did they get
her.
on here? Like, it's just crazy that like it's obviously word of mouth or someone's just organically finding this app somewhere. So it's like it's just crazy.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry, listening. Yeah, I agree. It's
So I mean,
It's
like,
awesome.
we've seen a few users today that we have never seen before.
And the best part about today is like where I'm watching new users post questions with new users commenting, and I'm like, I don't know either of these people.
yeah,
I'm like, this is a great feeling that this is somebody's friend commenting on someone else's friend, people that don't know each other, and they're having healthy discourse. It's not like they're like, oh, you're an idiot, I hate you because you're X, Y, and Z bad words. It's
Yeah.
like, no, someone asked the question, someone just gave a different opinion in the comments, someone responds with a
My notification. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, but
Sorry.
someone comments or replies to a comment with a completely different perspective. Having a beer? I'll have a beer. Shout out to our sponsors, our great, lovely sponsors over at Kingsville Brewery.
No, I'm good.
The Light A Lager.
I'm so tired.
There
It's gonna
is.
put me right
You know
to
what?
sleep
We've
now.
said this before. It's a
Gonna do
great
little drive
beer.
home.
There's only 130 calories in a pint. Great light beer. Ooh.
That's a celebratory beer right there.
Dave's not having one.
Thanks, Kingsville.
I do love beer though, and I do love this Kingsview. Kingsview.
Kingsville. Gosh, Dave. Fuck, get the
Kingsville.
sponsor right, man.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Honestly, terrific
I'm not
beer.
part of the Pals podcast. I'm just a guest that you keep holding hostage.
Holding hostage, eh? Cheers,
One thing.
pal.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers, boys and girls.
And our
The
listeners.
and the listeners. Yeah, seeing that today was crazy. Like when we were on like our back end watching the analytics and just like seeing how many people were on the app. It shows us in like 30-minute windows and how long each are staying on and all that sort of stuff. Like we won't know the kind of the final numbers, like the real metrics that we kind of tracked until the following day and some of the stuff that we want to know. But I mean, I've never seen that many users on in 30-minute increments, and it lasted the entire day. Like it's still going. I mean, it's been pretty wild. And we haven't even gone through. I don't know about you. I haven't gone through my whole family and friends list. Like we've built lists of that we want to message, and we've messaged a lot of them personally. That doesn't include the social media reach, and that like. I'm sure you can speak more to it, but I cannot thank all our family and friends. To your point, like I always feel like loved by our family and friends. I think we have a great, personally, my family, I think are the most supportive people in the world, but even our friends are such supportive people. And when I was on my phone at one point, I didn't check it till like 11ish because I couldn't keep up with everything. I had all these stories, all these tags, like just people were sharing. I don't know if you asked them. I just couldn't believe how many people were sharing content from Cast, telling people to download it, showing that they downloaded it. Like it was honestly crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
Wild
Everyone
to me.
that I know personally shared something about Cast. And guys, whoever you are, and if you're listening to this, thank you so much. I can't go through every single person because it's impossible to keep track of at this point. But like all of you, man, that honestly means like you don't know how much that means. It's just really gratifying. And yeah, frig. That was a really good feeling.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Like everybody, everybody that did share something, like some people we asked, some people we didn't ask, some people they shared it before we even messaged them. They just said, "Oh, you're live. Yeah, of course I'm going to share this." And with such nice comments to everyone that reviewed us on the Google and App Store, thank you so much. Those reviews go so far. It's like same thing with when people subscribe and review on the podcast. Reviewing Apple and Google picks that up, and that's how the ranking starts. That's how you go from 161
you guys
to 101
helped us
to
get
87.
87.
Like
On
we're
the
the
first-
87th
The
biggest.
first
87?
8 hours? The first 8 hours of being live, you guys helped us get to 87.
Yeah, we're in the
social
top
media.
100 in social media in Canada. And
Social
it's-
networking.
Social
But
networking, yeah. Well, it's
wild.
Same thing.
So
You
we're in
guys
the,
are wild.
Like, it's an amazing feeling. It's all because of everyone that just drove traffic to the app, and whether it's through the website, whether it's through one of us, whether it's just because you saw a friend share something. Like, man, it's amazing. We had people reaching out to us like, "Hey, we love your merch. Like, we have some. We'll post some stuff." And fuck yeah, everybody who wants merch, we ordered some more. We're gonna get it out to
Yeah.
you. Surprise!
On that note, I did this the other day, and I didn't realize how many people wanted sweaters. But we have some merch left. The weather's still a little chilly. You guys need sweaters. You need
Limited
stickers?
edition now.
Yeah, now these are limited. These are grails now.
These are
if
legacies.
you've listened this far, you have our phone numbers now. Text us. We'll send you some
Hey,
sweaters.
and if you want me to autograph that shit, you let me know.
And
This is gonna be worth something.
Yeah,
someday.
just to let you guys know, we did order some nice purple long sleeves. A lot of people wanted the purple sweaters.
How do they look?
Wait, they look sexy.
Sexy.
I hate when Rick says that word so much. It's a weird thing. Like,
So the purple
Sexy.
sweaters, so you guys have seen, so many people have asked, purple sweaters are just for employees only. We
Hey,
got them for the
wait,
three of us.
You know what? Crack me a beer.
There we go, Dave.
I'll cheers to this.
Crack him a Kingsville.
You know what? It's our launch day.
Yeah, so the purple sweaters are just for the team. We originally got
Kingsvilles.
them because H&M hooked me up with a gift card, so I got some for the team. And then it's just, you know what, they're solid, they're nice, but a lot of people were requesting them. So we got some purple long sleeves coming in. We're going to give away probably 20 of them or so right off the bat to our super users. Therefore, if you are a super user within the month of April, by the end of April, aka answering a lot of questions, creating a lot of questions, engaging in the comments, tagging people, sharing with your friends, you will be one of the first to get our new merch.
and these new ones, honestly, we can safely say they're the best ones. Probably the best apparel we're gonna have to date because they're the exact same make as our Pals Podcast black long sleeves that we had. The ones we initially ordered.
And those were a big hit.
Shout out to Eli for getting those and sending those, recommending those for us because those are to this date. Those things last, and I think we ordered those over a year ago now.
We literally have one left.
Yeah,
Can't give that away.
and those ones are honestly by far the best quality. So these purple ones are gonna be sick. So yeah, guys, get on the app. We're picking based on engagement and who's Jesus. Excuse me, man, shouldn't be that Mexican
Yeah.
food at lunch.
Yeah, let's make this interesting. If you can get more clout than me on the app,
Okay, Dave. Well, let's settle
You're at the
down.
highest.
Dave,
Yeah,
you're at like
exactly.
72 or
No,
something.
get to me.
How many do you have? Yeah, you have
70.
so
I got
much.
70.
Oh, so you're not even that far ahead. I'm
Get
at
to me.
67.
Yeah.
Oh, and you want to know what cloud is? Cloud is cut. Episode's over.
quantifiable influence.
Quantifiable influence. Yeah, and also like I know we talk like I'm not even gonna talk about them, but cause I don't know enough about them. But Big Clout ripped off Clout from Cast. I know for a fact that we had Clout in our app way before Big Clout was a thing. So it's okay. They got a couple little bit before us, but that's all right. Clout on Cast, much more important.
Bingo.
That's a fact.
Big clout's a Ponzi scheme, anyways. You
Yeah,
don't wanna get
100%.
involved
You
in
know,
that.
people you can game the shit out of that.
You don't want to get involved in that, people. Let me tell you, I'm an investor.
Do not take investment advice from David,
I'm an
and do
investor.
not take betting advice. His immortal locks are not immortal.
No, not immortal.
They're mortal.
I had to stop betting.
But yeah, we.
Boys, I think this is a good point to
How
start
long
to
we at?
wrap it
Yeah,
up.
we're
A lot
probably
of
near the end here,
money.
but
We're probably around an hour almost.
I had something to say. I forget this whole episode. There's one thing I wanted to touch on, and I can't remember. But, anyways, yeah, I think that the one thing I just want to say is like, it's been like a really surreal feeling to do this. You know, the lockdown, the pandemic, everything that's happened through 2020 to now, obviously terrible. In Canada, we've dealt with it a little bit different than a lot of countries. You know, we see our neighbors to the south, things appear to be getting better. I'm not going to speak on any stats or anything like that because I don't follow it. But, you know, we did this through a time where like we not only had to build this through like an uncertain time, an uncertain circumstance that the world was in. But we decided, you know what? Like we had so much downtime on our hands. We're like, this is it's almost like within our respective worlds, like the universe put something in front of us and said, you know what? You guys have this idea. We're going to do our best to help you try and achieve it. And like we had nothing but time on our hands. We were stuck in our houses and we started to work. And as somebody, like my background is coming from working in, large corporations and working closely with teams and being in the operations department, it's tough. Like we basically built this app working remotely almost the entire time. Like we got this office in the studio in October thinking we're going to get back to normal. And right after that, it shut down. So,
like the very first week that I think we were going to have the team in here,
Lockdown
they're like,
again.
yeah, we're back in your 18th lockdown.
yeah,
Dougie's like, sorry, boys. Fuck you, Doug.
We literally you see that meme you see that meme recently. It's from 21 Jump Street where the guy's eating popcorn in the movie theater.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Fuck you, Doug. You never seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's really well placed.
Doug.
Really well placed meme. But anyways,
it's the guy from Step Brothers, or was it Step Brothers, where he's the
Kobayashi.
Yeah, Kobayashi.
He's like, I ate his, yeah.
that's
Anyways,
Sean.
anyways, it was really interesting because like when you're building a company is tough regardless. I mean, founding a company, building a company, doing all these things are tough, and the odds are stacked against you, like immense stacked against you, and the odds of like success, same through year 1, year 2, year 3, like it just gets slimmer and slimmer as you go on. And obviously we haven't hit year 1 yet, but building this company through a pandemic was very interesting, and a big learning experience. So like not only is building a company tough, but we had like, you're hitting curveballs thrown at you and you're trying to adapt on the fly, and not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow and the following day. So it was an interesting process getting to here. As I said before, just like without the team we have, we wouldn't have got to where we are. Also without the users that we have and the family and friends, all the support system, we wouldn't be here either. And, we just want to say, like, we know this journey's not over here. We're not sitting here popping champagne and drinking beer saying, like, oh, we did it. We launched. This is the first day. This is the first step. Like, everything we've done to now.
No, we're saying we did it. We launched. We're not saying we made it.
Yeah. No, I know we're not. But I just want to be clear.
did it.
So it doesn't get misconstrued either. Like, this is literally day 1, like the first day for us.
We crossed the start line.
Yeah, we like everything to get to this point.
Yeah, we're popping champagne at the start line.
Yeah, because we like to drink and run. That's why.
Oh yeah, big
but
time.
but like
know
we
me.
worked 8 months to get here, and we're very proud of what we did and what our team did. But we know that this is just starting. Like, we're our users. Like, we did all this to prepare to show you what we have, and today was an indication of that. But like, we know that the road, like, it's just beginning. The race has just begun, and we're about to run the longest marathon of our lives. Probably, we're about to embark on an ultra marathon. To use a runner's example,
But the
This could
thing
be a
is,
quick
we're
sprint for me.
prepared for this one.
yeah,
It's gonna be
It's not like
you're more
we're
prepared.
prepared for this. It's not like when I ran that marathon, no preparation, no training, and my knees are still
50K.
suffering.
This guy can't walk up a staircase.
This is a 100-meter sprint for me. I'm done.
You can't even sprint.
All right.
Exactly.
But anyways, we
We'll
have
be
a
the
long road
hospital.
ahead. We have a long road ahead, and our commitment is like we have an obligation to like our each other as like our founders, to our team, to do what's right by our team, and also most importantly to like our users and the future users of our app, because social media is under a lot of scrutiny these days, and it will continue to be because it has a great power to connect people, but also we've seen like the unhealthy discourse and kind of the
It has a great power to divide people as well.
Exactly. And we're here to try and solve that and bring people together around topics they're passionate about, things they care about, and show them the objective data so they can formulate their own opinions and kind of try and have some healthy discourse. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, we know that there's a long road ahead. We're saying that we're committed to like making sure we do the best by our users, that we keep our users safe, that we keep them the platform free of harm, violence, all that stuff. And we're just going to do our absolute best to drive the best products, the best ideas, the best services, and the best features to you guys at the end of the day. And we got a long road ahead. So just stick with us. And back to the point that Ricky made earlier, if there's anything you want to share with us, we're always available.
Yeah.
That's all I kind of really have to add on that.
Well said. So I'm going to start to wrap this up. Unless, Dave, you got anything else?
I can talk for days, bro.
This guy's ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I can talk for days. No, but honestly,
Kingsville.
yeah. Thank you to each and every one of you who's downloaded the app, who's listened to this podcast. Me and George have been on a wild ride with this podcast, and then the two of us plus Dave have been on an amazing journey with the app. And although we're doing a million different things, we will never not have time for each and every one of you, because at the end of the day, without you guys downloading, or I shouldn't say you guys, without you people, fuck's sakes, downloading the app, using it, engaging, downloading the podcast, listening. We can't do any of this. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from all three of us, and even Jordan. Thank you for doing all of this and being on this journey with us.
The only thing I asked now is usually in this episode we ask for downloading and liking and reviewing the podcast. We're not going to ask for that. We're going to ask you to go to the App Store. We'll send you the links we probably have if you're a friend of ours already. But if we haven't and you want to find us, don't search Cast. You will not find it yet. Well, not yet. We'll be up there
It's
soon.
70 down.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
type in Cast, go to the
Scrolling.
70th app.
Or
That's us.
if you want to find it easily, type in Cast Vote, and it'll be the number one app on the App Store. Google Play, probably the same thing. You type Cast Vote, it should be there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Download the app, and if honestly, even if you use it and you're not going to use it much, all we ask, leave us 5 stars and like write a nice comment. Leave us the peace sign if you want. That's our emoji we kind of use as our go-to. So
We need more than 10 characters if possible.
oh, true. I didn't realize that. Yeah, give us 20 characters.
Yeah, and do you know what? Take the app for a spin. Answer, 10, 20 questions. Maybe ask one of your own if you feel like it. But if you download it, upload a profile picture, maybe a little bio, and just answer 10, 20 questions just so you get a feel for it. And
give
again,
it a chance.
yeah.
That's all we ask. Give it a chance.
that's it.
A trade offer.
The trade off.
yeah.
I'm asking for a download and a 5-star review, and you will receive my love and unconditional support in
See,
the
but Dave,
future.
people don't want that from you.
My love?
Yeah, I don't think they want that.
My love.
Anyways,
Well, apparently today, people
apparently
do.
today,
My
that's
love.
it.
Come on.
No, but in all seriousness, George said it perfectly, so I'm not going to say anymore. And yeah,
Yeah, guys, go to Joincast.
at joincast.co.
We probably
or
could have
W-
talked forever about this, but just go to. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go
no,
ahead,
go to at joincast.co on socials or www.joincast.co, and you can download the app or follow along in what we're doing.
Oh, fun fact. If you have the new MacBook Air or Pro and you have the MacBook M1 chip,
George found out about this today.
this
His
is sick.
mind was
I
blown.
should have
I'm
said
like-
this earlier. I'm pissed we didn't say this earlier. My mind is exploding right now.
I was like, this is the most simple thing ever.
No. This is what we built this for. If you have the new MacBook Air or Pro with the M1 chip, with Apple's chip, you can download the Cast app. You can download Cast, not the Cast app. You can download Cast to your MacBook as an app. So you have like Apple Music, you can download Spotify, you can download Slack. Now you can download Cast. And you can vote all day long while you're working. Your boss will never know. You don't have to
All
open your
day,
phone.
every
Even when you
day.
go back to the
Phone
offices,
anymore.
hopefully one day you can be casting all day, talking to your friends, chit-chatting.
I used to
Cash
do
out
that.
might come out. Who knows?
Jordan's listening like, that's kind of cool.
It is cool,
it,
eh? I'll show you that after,
I used
Jordan.
to do that. I used to text message on my computer, to girls.
Yeah, no, you did not. I know you're lying.
All
Now
right.
we know you're lying.
That's a wrap.
That's a
Guys,
wrap.
Text
follow
girls.
along at joincast.co
I
or
got no
download
girls.
the app at www.joincast.co. And again, hit up any one of us for feedback or info or anything you need from us. We are glad to help at any time of the day. And that is all.
Yes,
Signing
sir.
off, pals.
Keep casting.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag joincast.
Peace.